And as we return from my 1 month hiatus, we come back to Demon's Souls. Now, again, you'll be seeing that the footage has been sped up by, I believe, 1.75. Not too much, not to see what's going on, but fast enough because it's all preparatory. Now, we acquired the Blanchwood armor, but as you can see right here, we're not strong enough to equip all of it and move comfortably. Hell, even with just the helmets, the gauntlets, and the leggings, we can still barely move. Now, we acquired the Ring of Great Strength from the nest of the dragons, which is going to help us carry some of that weight, but really right now at our current soul level of like 32, we still need more points in endurance. So what we're going to do here is we're going to finally bank all of the itemized souls that we have gathered thus far. Another great reason to defeat the red dragon as soon as possible, because you'll see here it is worth a plentiful amount of souls. And some of the itemized souls here too, of course, as they add up, really useful. The red dragon soul, 10,000 on its own. Really, really great. Now here's the Abdicator. Yeah, his soul's worth a really good amount too. So as we move along here, we go talk to the Black Maiden. Let's level up our endurance a little bit along with our strength, because the main weapon which we are making our way to right now is going to be a big factor coming on to World 2. And so now that we've gone ahead and equipped most of our items, we're going to go ahead and reallocate where our rings are for our special effects. And then we're going to go ahead and finally equip the Blanchwood armor. Actually, we don't need the arrows anymore. We're not going to need them for a while. So let's go ahead, talk to Stockpile Thomas, put away what we need to lessen our overall equip burden, so we can still pick up plenty of stuff and itemized souls and whatnot. Actually, itemized souls don't weigh anything, but all the other goodies that we might need to acquire along the way. Grasses, they actually add up, even if they weigh a little bit. You know, they all come together, weigh a hefty amount. And the last thing you want to do is have to, which unfortunately we might have to this episode because we're just cutting it so close with the equipment value. And you really just, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for some really good healing items and grasses in the future. So as we're done here with preparation, let's finally head to Stonefang Tunnel after I just quickly make sure that everything isn't close to breaking. Very rarely I actually go ahead and have everything fixed up at the blacksmith, but just to be sure. So let's move on to Stonefang Tunnel and take on World 2 of Demon's Souls. Okay, arriving here at the Stonefang Tunnel. As with any Chapter 1 areas, it's not all that difficult. Now, you're going to see a message over here if you couldn't tell from the falling boulder ahead. That there's going to be... I'm not sure what they're called. They're these stone/scaly lizard people. Who, they're actually the same... They're the same type of... Damn it. The same kind of people as... don't say anything. They're the same kind of people as Blacksmiths, Ed, and Oswald. Although, Orlson. That's how long I haven't played this game in a while. But other than that, the other blacksmith is down here. We're not going to come back here till after we're done with this, with World 2. But anyway. Okay, I guess one of them just fell off the field. The enemies in this area, these Stonefang people. Just showing you how awesome our Blanchwood armor is. The Stonefang people are susceptible to magic damage. They're also susceptible to piercing damage, which thankfully the halberd is one such weapon. Now, this place is really dim. At least it's more dim on my screen. I'm not sure how the dazzle is translating this, but these miners we're going to be coming up on right now. They're very slow. Do not take that for granted. Even though they're susceptible to some things, because of their really slow pace, they're very susceptible to backstabs. It should be easy to set up. After that, yeah, just follow with a couple of swings, and they should go down real fast. As I demonstrate right here, they're parryable, definitely. However, because of yay slanted mechanics, it didn't translate all that well to actually getting the parry off. Or the riposte, I should say. Ah, darn, I missed it. Yeah, like I said, as always in this game, the sensors for determining a backstab or not are really weird. There, I got their post on that time. But as you might already imagine, in a type of rocky environment, there's going to be a lot of, well, we already have the dark lighting so far. There's a couple of secret areas, but we can't access this part right now. There's going to be a lot of fire. So while the purple flame shield would be really good, I don't think we could stand it, even if we do have the Ring of Strength. But that's just fine because the harder shield is really good. The heater shield, rather. Now, there's going to be some dogs up in that area over there, past those are exploding barrels. We're going to go ahead and try and take care of as many of these guys so we don't get swamped. As weak as they are, if they gang up on you and just start getting those timed combos on you with their slow but, like I said, timed punches, they'll just lock you because there's no poise in this game until Dark Souls. Ah, darn. Okay, anyway. Alright, let's just lure these two over here, or /9. I'm pretty sure that line right there, that you see like I'm walking along right here, and I got hit for, is sort of the trigger point for those dogs to start coming attacking you. If these guys aren't going to come in closer, I'm just going to go ahead and two-hand attack them. Okay, these guys with the bags in their hands, they drop a lot of really basic forging material, sharpstone and hardstone. Not too bad, even if it is the lowest grade of forging material. They are going to be a lot of your rich early source for the stuff. You could buy it from a merchant who I forgot to point out because we're not really going to use him all that much, if at all. Right next to the stairway to the back at the beginning of the chapter, where he is. You could buy some of the hardstone or shardstone off of him. Look how much we get. Like, 2 different sets of each. Man, a lot of my attacks are really translating into pushes for some reason. Okay, now come a little closer. They're gonna pop out. These guys are annoying because, well, just like they were in Boletaria, what have you. They're very fast. They like to run away and then sprint towards you, and then cause problems. But you just get some good time attacks in, you should be just fine. Okay. For a second I thought his AI was actually really weird, but... Oh, good. Mid-air strike. Alright, now, we get an introduction of... Well, sort of an introduction, but we can interact with them now. See over there? Those are fat officials. Ugly suckers. And, well, they suck ass. Not because they have pyromancy, which you'll see right now. It's just stay there. Because generally in his story, they're complete bastards. They have poise, they have a good amount, unfortunately. But they're really easy to backstab like everything else in this world, in the Stonefang tunnels. Their pyromancy spells aren't all that fast to cast, so yeah. Even though I unfortunately got stuck on the hallway there, not really difficult. Just stun lock them after you backstab them, and down the bastards go. They do carry really good, high-quality full moon grass. Sometimes, I'm not sure at this early stage of Stonefang tunnels they drop new moon grass, but I can't remember if that's a weapon or not. It says it would overburden me. Okay, let's see what I have here. The grindstone, nah. Trying to determine what I could let go of here. Actually, I could get rid of the sharpstone. I don't need the sharpstone for anything in this playthrough. And the clearstone. You'd have to ask Eric. I don't know the specifics. Just get rid of a chunk of stone that we don't want. I'll just get rid of it now. They made... one of the major improvements they made in Dark Souls was a more simplified version of how the upgrade system worked with the shards, chunks, and ores and whatnot, and slabs. But anyway, moving on here. There's going to be a couple of guys in like these small, narrow areas trying to vice grip you. The pickaxe guys, they do the most damage, but that being said, it's not all that catastrophic, especially if you've gone ahead and got the Blanchwood armor like I have. I mean, this is going to be our final armor. It doesn't need any upgrading. That's how awesome it is. When we finally pick up our primary weapon, then things are going to start getting awesome. But until then, things are going to be a tad slow right now. That circle attack is really annoying. The parry timing for the pickaxe guys is extremely awkward as well, like you didn't need any more of those. Okay, now they're gone out of the way, just move along here. Really, Stonefang Tunnel is a lot about, well, just about everything else in Demon Souls and Dark Souls for that matter. It's patience. However, okay, good, I got the timing. It's almost like you have to predict, but not predict. There's a pickaxe over in the room where that guy came out of, but it's no use to us. You can use it for an enhanced item. Actually, no, it's in here. What the? I totally got that backwards. Okay, there's a pickaxe that we don't want or need. That guy probably has... Oh, the pickaxe isn't exactly light. Okay, there's nothing in here. Technically, I was right. It's in the same room, it's just not the same doorway. Anyway, that pickaxe is going to be weighing a considerable amount that we just do not want. Because there's going to be some things that we might want to pick up later as well. So yeah, I think it weighed like 3 or something. We could put on the Ring of Herculean Strength. I believe that's the ring, yes? Yeah, Great Strength is our equip burden. Well, Herculean's overall. There's going to be an official over there. You could kind of hear him chuckling along. I believe in this bridge, which is going to fall apart. If you stick to the right, is it? Nope, it was the left. Oh, shoot. Oh, well. I actually do kind of want to fall down here so you get the soul item. Oh, and there's some guys over here. I do not believe one of the stockpile guys, which is who I'll call the guys with the bags, is over here, though. Yeah, it was just that one worker. There's something shining over here. It must have been from a worker. Yeah, it is. Yeah, they dropped various stones, and unfortunately that jackass sniped me from there. Cheap shot, cheap shot. Let me know, any of you are actually following the Demon Souls playthrough, what you would like to see more of that might be a little bit more different, as things you might want to hear me talk about during the commentary section, because all I'm really doing is just elaborating on what's happening on screen or what might be coming up. And I will definitely have much more to say going further after we get, started here, because we are going to get our primary weapon at the end of all this. And what I'm probably going to do is... Nice double backstab. Probably going to try and actually finish this all up in one recording session. So, naturally, there'll be a video each, and the fall damage kills him. Yeah, I want the grass seed drops. But yeah, let me know what you would like to hear more of, if you would rather me and Eric be here with his co-commentary. To talk more about maybe my first experiences in this area, or what we think about the Souls series so far. I mean, Dark Souls 2, by the time this video got especially, it's been out for like a week or 2 weeks or so. I haven't picked up myself. I haven't picked up yet myself, but that's for financial constraints. I do hear it's an awesome game. They have changed a couple of things, but as far as lore is concerned, from what I understand, I haven't seen a single screenshot. Or, I'll probably see some screenshots, but I've seen any little video footage on it. Totally going in blind. Also, let me know if you guys might actually consider wanting to watch me go do a blind playthrough of it. Because, like I've said, like you couldn't tell already, really like the Soul series, and I wouldn't mind taking the first chance to go ahead and play it myself. However, first playthroughs, especially blind, are extremely fun. And it's not to say that I don't like Final Fantasy X, because I really do. But I really want to take my time with that game, because, Final Fantasy games, I know they're really long as it is. But, of course, I could go just hearsay for that, because I haven't actually played a Final Fantasy game from beginning to end. It will be Final Fantasy X. But I do like that game. But for whatever reason, I just want to take my time with it. And I'm not saying that because I don't have any interest, and that I feel obligated to keep going, because I will finish what I start. Actually, I had really fun by the time this video comes out fighting Ochu. I'm actually really glad that apparently I fought a boss that wasn't particularly out of my out of my league, but still decent kill. But that sort of thing, that sort of stuff, it's really nice. And I think it would be just better experience with Eric co-commentating with me again on that as well, seeing as he's already played the game. Along with other Final Fantasy games, sort of have, you know, somebody in the know and somebody not in the know playing the game. That might be really cool if you guys want to see that for all my blind playthroughs and whatnot. Just sort of things to think about as we work our way up Stonefang Tunnel. There was an item back there, I think it was the Shard of Meltstone. That's only used to undo any upgrades, like if you felt you went up wrong the upgrade path for one of your weapons, then you could just go ahead and sort of reset it. But in the meantime, just to pick up more souls, I'm going to go ahead and shoot these fire lizards. Like that sign said, everything in here is really susceptible to magic, especially these lizards. And the boss for 2-1 is very susceptible to magic as well, which is where that sticky white stuff, don't say anything, comes into play. The sticky white stuff is effectively the item enhanced, kind of like the turpentine, except it adds magic damage instead of, or fire, magic element instead of fire element to the weapon. Now, I'm not entirely sure if the boss for the area is susceptible to piercing damage as well. However, it wouldn't surprise me since everything else keeps the trend of being weak to whatever everything else is weak to, generally. Or at least one of the two. Big problem with the halberd is those small spaces. You kind of have to use a double-handed forward strike, otherwise it gets caught on the wall. Yeah, those... Oh! I guess you could get some melting off of those guys. It's kind of the first time I got one off of the lizards. Let me go ahead and just drop the stones right now, because we're actually going to get some fighting going on forward. No, drop it. Drop it! What's the... There! Jeez. Have you guys ever had it? It feels like the control stick or the D-pad just gets stuck. Okay, these guys are going to be carrying molten... Well, they're molten poles of steel. They do fire elemental damage. Just like everything else, timing is really awkward on the parry. And just like everything else with them, awkward to the backstabs. Just don't attract... Just don't attract too many of them, because obviously that's a big problem. Bonus points for the unlocked backstab. Ah, shoot, I thought I had that. Well, anyway, just even with all my screw-ups, the Blanchard armor is just totally saving my butt. I hate that stupid stab move. Okay, enough screwing around. I'll just have to stun lock you if I have to and get rid of them that way. There. The guys up there, or guy, should be no problem. As I get struck in the face. Alright, come on. They have this fast stab, and then they have that slow stab. Or thrust, rather. Okay, now. One of the shortcuts coming up here. So as you come down this corridor with all these workers here, there's another stockpile guy. We should be getting his drops right now. Or no, we have to pick him up. Okay. Oh, snap. That took a lot of... Oh, he has a hammer. I cannot believe I had noticed that before. I always kill him really fast. Okay, well, I guess the guys with the hammers, yeah, they naturally take a ton of endurance off of your shield. Damn it. I dare say it would probably be more beneficial so you'll get stun locked to just go ahead and take the hit. Again, if you have really good heavy armor like I do. Then actually let it take a huge chunk out of your endurance, so at least if you get hit, you have enough endurance to go ahead and just punish the attack. Of course, we have the second guy. I guess we aggroed them all the way down to the very bottom of this cave. It's weird. It's like they have 1 free second of, like, backstab immunity. And then you have to, like, let them move again, but if you try to go for the backstab, it's like 50-50. Whoa, that guy had a ton of heartstone. It's 50-50 whether or not it'll actually let it connect or not. It's really weird. Definitely improved in the second game, and I hope so for Dark Souls 2 as well. Can't carry it. Let's see. Let's get rid of all the needless heartstone that we don't. Large sharp stone. Crescent moongrass. Yikes, it's getting so... We've gotten so heavy that we can barely carry some crescent moongrass. We can pick up itemized souls, at least. But anyway, after getting this far over to the second fog door, just go ahead and come down here. You can activate this shortcut all the way up. Then just go ahead and get on. We're actually not using it for the sake of taking the shortcut back down to where the merchant is at the beginning of the stage is. Or back down here where blacksmith is. We're actually going to take this all the way up. I believe there should be something for us up here. Yes, there is. Right there. So I should have got off on the way down. That should be just fine. Yeah. Not too far at all. Okay, at least know that item. It's... whatever it is, it's stone. Forging stone, whatever it is. You know what? It's because... oh, shoot, I forgot to put the bow away. I'm not gonna need the bow for a while. Shoot. Alright, we'll live with it. There's every chance it probably isn't the hard stone that we need anyway. Or we could like to have. I'm pretty much going to be using the hard stone not to increase the halberd anymore, which I don't believe I have. It's been a month since I picked up the game. At least for recording. So I'm trying to remember how I did this for the playthrough. Yeah, merchant's over here, the dirty man. Seriously, that's what the merchant's name is.
Hello there, souls. Souls. I trade fine goods for souls.
Do you know? Filthy man, dirty man, oh gosh. Whatever, anyway, yeah, off of him you can bet some more crescent moongrass, or just get the hardstone, or sharp stone, whichever you need.
To play? Well, you've got to...
Whichever you need, just to get some numbers up. As for the chunks and whatnot, you kind of have to... well, no, not kind of have to. You just have to farm for them, unfortunately. But that's actually why I like using the boss weapons. Even though it's not impossible to get max upgrade in the first playthrough. Definitely not if you go Black World Tendency. You can get them. Speaking of World Tendency, there's going to be a guy on the other side here. Actually, no, that wasn't what I was going to say. As far as World Tendency is concerned, for the Stonefang tunnel, in order to get our boss weapon, and most of you have played this game before, I know what I'm going for, I need to make absolutely sure that by the end of it, I have pure white tendency. You know what, let's hit them with some soul arrows. Yeah, here we go. Much easier. Much simpler. I believe that means I can die once before I have to do something else to increase the world tendency towards light again. If not, the way to the weapon will be closed by the time we get to the final boss for World 2. Which is actually an old friend, for some of you who haven't played this game before. Yeah, even though the guys seem a little oblivious, it's generally, as soon as you start attacking one of the oblivious workers in the room, they'll all aggro, or at least start moving towards you really slow. Lee. Now, I haven't particularly taken the time to use Soul Arrow against the boss for this area. However, I still just feel wailing on him with our enchanted halberd will be enough. Or rather, not enchanted, but it's technically enchanted. Okay, this bridge over here. There's a lot of good soul items over there for the time being, so if you're going to have to take the time to just run across, because if you don't, you will fall, and you will no longer be able to get these until, I believe, you exit and re-enter the this area. Let's see, that weapon's a shield, spike shield, we don't need it. Now, in order to fall here without taking too much fall damage, you fall in this little crevice out here. And you can fall the rest of the way down. Simple as that. And then we just wake our way back up. Oh, a lot of the tedious things you have to do to get the most out of your experience. Now, granted, my first time through here, I did not use a guide at all, like any help. But finding that, yeah, I think that's like a pickaxe or something like that. Oh, it might be turpentine. Yeah, the guys with the fire swords. Yeah, they dropped turpentine, I believe. But no, I didn't take any advice or whatnot. So solving all this is actually, it is mostly enjoyable. However, it does make things very long in order to accomplish everything, particularly when you're trying to do a playthrough. If the fall damage killed him, then we should be getting souls, but I don't think it did, so that's unfortunate. Okay, these guys over here. There's gonna be some boulder throwing guys behind them. Are you serious? You have like 1 health left. Okay, at 32. Don't ask me why you suddenly took splash damage from the boulders. I have not seen these guys take damage from the boulders that their friends throw. Well, hold on. Maybe, clearly I'm wrong about this. Hold on. I don't think he's gonna make it, so I can't tell. Yeah, that really sucks. They're like this close from dying from 1 shot. Oh, whatever. Okay, now there's just 4 of them, all clumped together. It's really not as bad as it could be. Then we'll just pick them off with some, no magic. Silly me, I totally forgot that, your magic takes some energy. Anyway. Yes, stupid. Just go ahead and kite them out. And then cut them up. It's in Dark Souls 2 that the halberd's considered a piercing weapon. Because obviously with this one, unless we two-hand it, unintentional backstab, but whatever. Actually, I tell right now. Let's see here. Pole weapon. So no, it's not a piercing weapon. If you have the rapier from the Royal, then this place should be really easy, especially if you get the easy backstabs off of these guys. No, the spike shield's over here, but that was like a very heavy weapon or whatnot over on the other side of that falling bridge, or plank. I'm gonna want some of my magic meter open again. So I'm gonna get some fresh spice. I only have old spice. That's fine. Okay, there's gonna be some more of these fire lizards. Just go ahead and shoot them down. And take care of them myself. I cannot carry anything right now. Pesky leaping lizards. I should be able to just hit him with Albert. If I can hit him, please. Thank you. All I really care about missing are itemized souls, which, for obvious reasons, just get more onto our soul bank, if you will. But these dogs, they come at the very bottom of the other side of this whole thing. Sometimes, of course, as you see here, they'll aggro. Typically, I only get 1, like right now. But both of them, or rather 3 of them, all 3 of them should really come up. Unless you get really bad luck or something. Okay. Here's the other 2. Come on, you... Trying to stun lock me. Jackass. Alright. Here's another Ed's Grindstone, but we don't need those. I won't ever have to, or get to a point where my weapons are going to break on me. And just because I said that, because I'm recording, that's going to happen. At least we have enough room to carry some of the grasses with us. That's definitely important. Okay, now we finally come to what this was all here for. Let's go ahead and dodge these guys. They're just totally taking up our time. It's just to flip this crank. Yay for cutscene immunity. with that, one of the past pathways right here has cooled down from the magma, and we can walk across. Which is what we'll do right now. Okay, come on. Let's see, how are we doing on time? About 30 minutes? Not too bad. Yeah, we can still get to the boss. He's not too far off from here. Before we came in here, it'd be instant death. It's not like taking a ton of damage like in Dark Souls 2. But let's see, what is that? It is an item. It's probably some grass. So let's go ahead and make some room for that. Let's see here. It's a lot of hardstone. I do not want to get rid of that. Actually, you know what? I forgot to put these away. But I don't need the Meridian Gauntlets, like, ever. Again. No, don't roll. Sharpstone. Come on. There we go. Some grass over there. I'll drop the Sharpstone when I need to. Let's just make a beeline for the boss, so don't take up any more of your time. Let's see here. From what I recall, there's going to be one more official right down here. Just make sure to stay away because of the exploding crates or barrels. Wow, he usually blows up those before I get to them. Either way, I'm not panicked though. Come on. He's just pulled for additional cover for his pyromancy. He really doesn't feel like walking over here, does he? You gonna come out now? No? You're fine. Just double whipping you to death. Alright, final fog gate before the boss. Now please come over here and pick up this Stone of Immortals. After that, it's just a long walk to the boss. So there's going to be one guy who's going to be falling down here, like following a boulder. Right over here. Right now. Alright, come on down. At least took some fall damage. Fall damage isn't nearly as bad as it is in Dark Souls in this game. However, I do notice that it's still very unforgiving sometimes all the same. Of course, it makes for those really funny close call moments, like, you know, you see yourself falling, like, yeah, I'm probably gonna die from this, and then no, you just take like 75% of your health, but you're still relieved. Okay, boss coming up right down here. And these elevators are going to be rather common in the next area. That being said, while we're on our way down, the next boss for Area 2-2 of the Stonefang Tunnel is considered to be one of the hardest bosses in the game. But more on that later. Just look forward to that episode coming up right after this one. And you can actually see out here the eyes of the boss. Kinda creepy. If you come all the way down here, I believe it's Spider Stone? Chunk of Spider Stone over here? Yeah. But anyhow, for this boss, let's go ahead and get our little sticky white stuff ready. Now, I really want to hold on to one for that second boss, but if I absolutely have to, which I hope not, we're going to use the second one. So let's go ahead and wait on that. I'll just have it set, and let's take on the boss. Okay, the armored spider. As soon as you walk through the through the fog door, well, he does shoot fire at you. He's going to be shooting that webs and fired boulders at you. Now, again, the hardest shield, just proving that how a great shield that it is. You can still hold up pretty well. Might be the fact that I have the Lancer armor, but he's really not nearly as frightening as he looks. Now, for some of you who are actually afraid of spiders, I am sorry. Not to be... Don't get me wrong, I really don't like spiders either myself. But... There we go. He's still freaky all the same. In other words, bottom line, best thing to remember is not to panic. Just make your way down the corridor, dodging is necessary, and then just beat them up. Now, this attack right here. A lot of people make this mistake. You see, I have my shield down for a second. It's because the fire, as much as it looks like it should be continuously hitting you, does not. Yeah, fortunately, when he does that bottom stomp right with his 2 front legs, that's the point where you want to start double-handing. That's usually where I double-hand whatever weapon you have, and then just start beating up on him. Now, the enchantment should fall off, like right now, or any minute now. Actually, no, yeah, it did just now. Anyway, one more shot. There we go. Whew.
You have obtained the Demon's Soul, a power that is beyond human imagination.
Let me tell you, you guys want a challenge. Try commentating while fighting these bosses. They're not difficult, but it's really hard to think of compatible things to say while trying not to die and been added to my roster of rather embarrassing deaths. So there's some more Spirestone. I forget what the enchantment does, but I believe it adds... It's not poison. I will ask Eric the next time he's here. But anyway, that does it for Area 2-1. Area 2-2 is actually quite interesting because there's 2 paths you could take. One that takes you directly to the boss, and then there's one that we're going to take, not to drag any videos out, but because just the souls. We need the souls. More souls, the better, because there actually is one pretty hard boss in this game, without a doubt. And it's actually not the final one, technically speaking. But anyway, with that, go ahead and leave in the comments, just answering some of the questions. All your feedback is greatly appreciated, very much needed, honestly, in order to... My experience and my growth does not come from the experience of doing this alone, but by the feedback I get from the community who follows me. So that being said, your opinions are appreciated in the time you take to make them. And I will see you guys next time for World 2, Area 2. Then we get the Hard Demon Soul and Pure Spirestone, which again, we're not going to be using. But that's that. And I'll see you guys then.